Okay, in this video we will be doing our last project for the semester, which is an orchestral score assignment with a part extraction. More on that later. You will be able to find the PDF file in the Files folder for project number 7. It's important to note that we are going to be starting in the pickup to Rehearsal Mark B and going through the end of the assignment. It's a doozy. It's about 60 measures long, and we have 10 parts that we're scoring for. There are several objectives for this assignment. One is to obviously score for orchestra. Another is to extract a part of each instrument, although you'll only be required to submit one part. And another objective is to be able to put in multi-measure rests. And another objective is to show you how scroll view works. So here we go. We need to go to our setup wizard. This score is an old German score, so it has some of the German spellings for some of the instruments, but we're just going to stick to the ones that are in Finale. New ensemble engraved style next. Woodwinds, we need a flute, we need an oboe, we need a clarinet in B flat, we need a bassoon, and we need a horn in C, which would be under brass. Thinking about it, oh yeah, this never shows up. So we're going to put trumpet in C and change it later. And then we're going to go to strings, violin, violin, viola, cello, and bass. What's the difference between a violin and a viola being hit by a car? There's skid marks by the violin. Alright, hit next. This is Symphony number 3 in F major, opus 90. Composer Johannes Brahms. That's all we need to write. Next, although the symphony's in F, this particular passage is in 3 flats. Not sharps. Alright. We've got to figure out our time signature here. It appears to be 3/8. So here we go, 3/8. Don't worry about the initial marking. We're going to do about 60 measures. There is a pickup. We're just going to do an 8th note pickup. So here we go, 8th note, finish. And it is going to score our whole orchestral score here, which as you can see is quite busy. Alright, we have a problem right off the get-go. Our horn in C didn't show up. We made it a trumpet in C. We need to get this part of that group. Let's see what we can do here. Our staff tool. We're going to edit group attributes. We're going to change bottom staff to trumpet in C. Hit OK. Now we're part of the group. Now we're going to control click here, edit the staff, full staff name. Instead of trumpet in C, we're going to call it horn in C. Boom. It's in the same clef. We're cooking with fire. Alright. So this is going to be Rehearsal Marks B right there. Put that in real quick. Why won't it let me? Because I don't have a note in. Rehearsal marks. B. Remember, we want to create a rehearsal mark, and we want our enclosure shape to be a square. Awesome. So we put in an A. That's cool. We'll come in here and edit it. Restart the sequence at B. That'll save you heartache there. Now, it didn't give us one on the bottom. Let me just come do it again. Let me double click here. Create the rehearsal mark. Closure shape's going to be a square. We're going to use that. Positioning. Alright. We're going to have to do it here as well. That was annoying, but it worked. And then we'll do the same thing. Edit the sequence. Start with B. Now we have a B both above and B below the staves. Okay. So this is a very monotonous assignment, and it's a pain to put in all these notes. I know. It's the last hurdle. I'll clean up the score a little bit. One thing I do not want to do is I do not want to delete that score right there. That used to give us all kinds of heartache, so don't do that. Okay, so it's going to be really annoying to go line by line by line by line to put in one measure at a time. In the new version of Finale, they've moved how to view just one part, which will make your life easier as you put in certain notes for just an individual instrument. It used to be under View. It's now under Document, Edit Part. I go Flute. So here's just my flute score. So I can come in and put in just my flute notes. Alright, that might make life a little bit easier. You can also go to Scroll View and scroll all the way through. So that's a great little tidbit of knowledge to make inputting the score just a little bit easier. And when you're done with that, you can go back to Edit Score, and it'll bring your whole score back instead of just that individual part. Alright. Okay, remember you can also adjust your zoom. You can zoom out or in with Command minus. Okay, so that should be enough info to get you going on things. I know this is a long project, so don't put it off. Let's get started on it now. I'll be back with another video to update progress along the way.